guys, it's Natalie Uhling and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm super excited because Cecily, my fertility expert, the owner of Fertile Ground, is here to talk to us. So you guys are in for a big treat. We're so lucky to have her. She is the most knowledgeable person I've come across in the fertility space. And during this process, it's very confusing. There's so much information out there. It's a long road. And you've really been my angel. I tell everyone, I'm like, Cecily's my angel to this process. And now that I'm 21 weeks, it's amazing to see what you've taught me, what we've learned together. Throughout this process, there's a lot of myths out there. And I think that something that we just wanted to debunk that always comes up is age. And how age, when you're at a lot of these fertility clinics, the minute that you say that you're over 35 or whatever, they think that you're like a dinosaur. And they're like, oh my God, we need to get on it now. And so I think that's a topic that we talk about a lot, is like how is age not as big as a factor as so many people think it is, and what you can do to improve your egg and sperm quality and all that kind of good stuff.
Right. Well, it is one of the first things that people hear when they go in to talk to their doctor about fertility is their age. And age is a factor in a lot of ways, but there are so many environmental factors that are affecting the health of our eggs that are way more important than age, that most physicians, most practitioners aren't taking a good look at. They have a huge effect on fertility. So we have, in our ovaries, we have primordial follicles, which are really, really protected. Those are your eggs. They're very, very protected from any environmental factor. Chemotherapy is the only thing that really affects the health of them. And then as they develop, it takes 90 days for them to become a secondary, a late secondary, and then a Graafian follicle, which is what is ovulated, what is going to become your baby. In that 90 days time that they're recruited, they're susceptible to all the hormones in your body. So enhancing your lifestyle factors to enhance the hormones that surround them is so much more important than age.
Wow. So can you, I know it's like, that's like the biggest thing when I learned that. I'm like, okay, it gives you like the power back, I think, as a woman.
Right.
Because you're like not going in like fear body, you're going in as like empowered, and you know, like, okay, this isn't the end of the road for me. Right. You know, it really like opens up a lot of doors for you. And plus, like, I also am huge on the mental health side. Like, it's like when you're feel like you can't do it, you're like, it puts you in a really like scared zone. Right. So what are other things that you can do to like food and all that stuff that can improve?
There's so many factors. Nutrition is number one, because you're building your body and balancing your hormones with what you put in your mouth, 100%. Balancing out your nutrition with the proper, I'm not for any of the fad diets out there, but the proper balance of carbs and fats and proteins. Protein is the building block of every cell, and things get in and out of cells hormone-wise. Transfer happens because of fats and proteins. So improving the quality there is so important. Adding lots of vegetables. Your liver is your vacuum filter, and really adding lots of vegetables to your diet, a ton of vegetables, keeps your liver running smoothly and helps filter your hormones at a good rate to balance them around your eggs' health.
Yeah. So one thing that a lot of people know about me, I was like a vegetarian before I met Cecily, and then when we talked about like the building blocks of like cells and proteins and how that is a huge factor in fertility, I think a lot of people don't realize how important meat, like obviously organic, clean meat, we're not talking like KFC or anything like that, but can you explain that a little bit too? Okay.
Grass-fed beef, 100%. Cows eat grass because they turn the proteins then into proteins that are ideal for us to build our cells and to help our cells communicate, particularly our hormones, our endocrine system cells. And then wild fish is really good. Not farm-raised fish. Farm-raised fish have a lot of shenanigans going on with them. But
like, what's in there? Yeah.
We don't want extra hormones in any of our meat. No hormones, no antibiotics in any of your meat. It's just not helpful to your body to have to filter out everything that was done to this poor animal to keep it healthy enough to become your meat.
Yep.
So good quality proteins absolutely important. And I'm not talking about some kind of, I mean, there are great things about paleo, but not some sort of diet that is filled with giant Flintstone-sized steaks.
Yeah.
But a good quantity or good quality grass-fed beef, wild fish, naturally raised chicken, humanely sustainable pork. All of these meats are excellent for building the proteins that you need for fertility.
Yep, and that's important. It's like the proteins that you need for fertility. Like if you're obviously watching this video, you're interested in either having a baby or you're going through, you know, all sorts of things, that is the key message. It's like, it's for fertility. Like,
right.
You know, I think one thing that you taught me too, it's like anyone that goes through your door, it's like, they're gonna do whatever. You've got the best patients. They're like, whatever you say, like, we're ready to go. Like, we're the best patients because we're like, we've got something we really want and we're gonna do whatever it takes to have it healthy.
Right, but I feel like good science behind that is important. We have to look at what the body does, how the body works, and what the body needs. The reproductive system is the only system that your body really doesn't need. So it's the last one to receive nutrients, and we really need to be overall a lot more healthy in order to be in a better fertile place. So you really need to take care of your entire body you need to take a global look at everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then exercise is also the type of exercise you're doing. Super, super important.
Yep.
For fertility. Too much cardio can signal you to be really in a bad place and using cortisol in the wrong ways to get pregnant, and actually limit supply to your reproductive system, limit blood supply. So.
And I know one thing that we talk about in this too is like demucking is the why you should stay out of like heated yoga rooms.
Yes, it's not the greatest idea when you're pregnant.
When you're pregnant, yeah.
Fertility-wise, it's okay. It's not necessary to your exercise. It's not super beneficial to you to do super hot yoga while you're trying to get pregnant. It may deplete your fluids. It may make your cervical fluid and your uterine lining a little inhospitable to implantation.
Yeah.
So not a ton. A little bit of warm yoga is fine, but when you're pregnant, no.
And I think that was a huge thing that we talked about with my fertility, because it was like, I was in that unknown category, and we're like, oh, we just need to bump it up a little. And I think I'm one of the hardest patients because it's like just those little things. So, you know, just making tweaks in little ways, but those are like, you know, just staying out of heated yoga rooms, eating meat, like all the stuff that just is, you're all in, you know, like science behind it, creating like a really amazing environment for your egg to like, you know, meet the sperm and the whole thing.
Right, it's a delicate symphony of things that have to happen.
Yeah.
The type of exercise too, body weight exercise and weight training are really great for fertility because we're asking our muscles then, or we're signaling our muscles with that kind of exercise, with strength training, to release human growth hormone, which actually de-ages us. Everybody could use a little bit of that. Too much cardio can age us a little faster and cause us to put on belly fat. Too much belly fat near the ovaries will keep estrogen a little too high for good ovulation. So strength training will actually de-age you fertility-wise.
Yep.
So the type of exercise, not the amount, the type of exercise is super important.
And we're not talking like going around and lifting like bodybuilding over here. It's like, you know, like
strength training, little ways to engage your large muscle groups, lots of squats.
Quads, glutes, like all that stuff. Yeah.
Biceps and triceps are also very big muscles. They release so much human growth hormone when they're used properly.
Yeah.
So don't deadlift 300 pounds.
Right. We're like, we're not like prescribing bodybuilding over here, anything like that.
But you can certainly get pregnant if you're a bodybuilder.
Totally.
But there are certain restrictions.
Yeah. So the big ones to improve your egg and sperm quality are like what? So it's exercise, nutrition,
sleep. So many of us are selling ourselves short hormonally because of sleep. My main tip to people is turn off your screens 90 minutes before bedtime, because we're raising our cortisol, that light that's coming out of our screens. I know that Apple products have a yellow filter, like a night shade filter. That does help. But if you have to do some computer work, consider doing that before 90 minutes before your bedtime. If you raise your cortisol again, you're not making the most of your sleep, and it's going to affect your sleep in the middle of the night. It's also going to rob you of your money sleep, where human growth hormone again is released between 10 and 2. So 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. you release way more human growth hormone if you're sleeping during those hours. So getting to bed and stopping the screens 90 minutes before bed.
Yeah.
Sleeping in a dark room is another thing. But we're setting ourselves up hormonally because we're playing with cortisol, which is one of your major hormones that affects your sex and fertility hormones. So sleep would be my third.
So those 3 things.
Right, and then stress management.
Yeah.
And stress management, a lot of people say, well, I tried to meditate.
Right. Yeah. Like that was a bust.
Right.
Yeah.
But guided meditation can be good, but hanging out with friends is great. Doing something creative. If you liked painting years ago, take up painting again. If you like making pottery, do something that engages your creative side to lower your stress level. High stress can really impede the blood flow to the reproductive organs. So we're trying to do things, get together with friends and family.
Yep.
Go have fun, go for a walk in the sunshine.
Totally.
Get outside.
I know, like, as I was going through all this too, like I felt like my anxiety, and obviously I had a couple panic attacks, and it was just like, oh my God, you freak out because you're like, is it gonna happen this month? Isn't it? Like, you know, you get so crazy that for me, I think I took a little time off work, but then just sitting in the sunshine and just walking around like barefoot and just chilling was like really helpful. And again, like I love what Cecily said, like getting together with friends, you know, doing what makes you happy. Just because people might be meditating all day, if that doesn't work for you, then do what makes. Yeah, exactly. Because it's hard. I'm like the worst meditator ever. I like do 10 minutes and I'm like ADD all over the place. But like it's you know, you have to do what brings you joy and brings, you know, it's like getting your feet back on the ground.
Right. Those things together in conjunction, and it's nice to take baby steps and start with one of those things, but in conjunction, that is way more effective than worrying about your age for fertility. Your eggs will then, if those things are in place and you're eating well, sleeping well, exercising well, and taking care of your stress levels and engaging your creative side, you have a far greater chance of getting and staying pregnant after 35, well after 35.
Yep.
It's the hormonal soup surrounding your eggs. It's not their particular health. So there's so many things to learn about and so many things to consider. But there are easy things too, baby steps, that can really help enhance your fertility.
And it's not scary. Like you have, I think that's the biggest message here. It's like, you have the power. Like like I really think that's like, at least my experience for this is like having the power back in your own hands and really feeling confident to like move forward and know that you can do something like in your home to actually improve your health today.
Yes, and you'll see changes. You'll see your ovulation being on time. You'll see your luteal phase, which is the phase from when we ovulate until the period comes or until you find out you're pregnant. That will lengthen. These small changes to your lifestyle make really lasting results. You'll see your cycle coming. You'll see your cramps disappear in the months before you get pregnant, or you have less bleeding when you had heavy bleeding, or more bleeding because your lining is more efficient. So they're baby steps and baby changes, but these lead you on the path to fertility.
I love that. So anyway, I mean, Cecily's the bomb. I just can't say how much I love her, and she's so knowledgeable. So at the end of this video, we're gonna put her link to her website. She has amazing recipes. I love those pumpkin cookies that you made. I was like, those are my favorite. And just if you live in Denver, or if you don't live in Denver, she does also consultations and things like that. So reach out to her. This woman is literally the unicorn of the fertility world. And we've got lots more to share with you guys, so stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye.